Hello everybody, this is Lorii and we are here to talk to a very special person. I should say she's a friend of mine also, and she's a top cookie, I should say. And she's the co-owner and personal trainer at Comfy Fitness, and she started her journey in fitness at the age of 12. Can you believe that? And she said that she has been idolizing Dennis Austin. I don't even know who that is, but no, I'm sure it is.
She's amazing.
Amazing. Okay.
She's amazing.
Okay, by the age of 15, Kira has begun weight training. At the age of 25, she has started her own fitness company. Can you believe that? And then it's called Comfy Fitness, and she has a business partner together with her. And it's interesting because they are not only into fitness per se, like building muscles or everything, but they also are catering to pain reduction. If you are getting old, like maybe she's the right person that she should talk to. And then like she can also help you increase your strength and help you with your endurance. So Kira, maybe you can tell us more about yourself so that it's much more easier that people can have a better resonation, like what is going on with you and your fitness thing.
In my world.
Yeah.
Well, I've always loved fitness. When I was younger, I was an athlete. I was very obsessed with being strong when I was a young woman, and I started lifting weights at the age of 15, and I just wanted to be as strong as possible. And I've actually never stopped working out. A lot of people will have lulls. I've never stopped, just because I am like the worst version of myself if I am not moving around and exercising and being active. And so it's just always been like intrinsically a part of me. Exercise and fitness has been, and really what I do through my business and what I've really taken on is almost like trying to transfer that love of like an appreciation of the body and of fitness to everybody around me. Because if everybody loved fitness the way I love fitness, I think a lot of people would be much healthier.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that obviously you're not a nutritionist by background, and so of course, like if you were a nutritionist, I will say like is it possible to lose weight? If you are just losing weight by not eating the inappropriate food and no exercise. But you are a fitness person, so let me ask you the reverse.
Okay.
Is it okay to is it possible to lose weight with just exercising and not eating properly?
Is it possible? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is it effective and strategic? No. So in the world of weight loss, because there are so many goals in the conversation for fitness. So fitness, you can have a goal to be stronger, you can have a goal to have more endurance, you can have a goal to have less pain, and you can have a goal to lose weight. And you can have a goal for all of those things. But let's say weight loss is the number one thing for you. Say it's number one for you because of your heart health, or because you can't keep up with your kids or your grandkids. That's when really weight loss starts to become a vital part of your fitness goals. So with that, what I would recommend highly is starting with your diet. I love fitness in that it keeps people young and healthy for their whole lives. However, but in the world of weight loss, the most effective way to lose weight is through your diet. And yes, it's totally possible to lose weight without altering your diet and bringing in activity and exercise. Sure, it's possible.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that. Like I have a friend before, like he kept on eating a lot of chicken. I was wondering what is that? What he can actually devour a lot of chicken, and
Yeah.
he said and I said like really, and so he was wearing braces then, and so and it was a painful thing when he tried the braces because he cannot eat it.
I know, right? And if it gets stuck in there, it just smells for days.
And aside from that, eating a lot of chicken, and then he's trying to stop eating because he has these painful braces. It was horrible. Okay, and so I was just wondering as well because you told us that you have started your own business, and then you call it Comfy Fitness. I was wondering about that terminology because obviously some people here in Chicago are tough. They name their fitness center like Cheetah.
Cheetah.
or Titan, or
Or
like
CrossFit.
or like
Orange
rock
Theory.
hard,
Yeah,
or like
rock hard.
export. And I was
Uh-huh.
thinking like, oh my god, maybe it's extreme sport, like it says like export. So and the only extreme that I know is extreme social climbing. So why did you name it Comfy Fitness?
Yeah,
It
that's
seems like more relaxed.
really good question. And there's the juxtaposition definitely like gives you cause to like pause for a moment and think about it. But really, we named it Comfy Fitness originally because the idea was, well, we started the business because what we noticed was that people, specifically women, but people in general, when they go to the gym, will stick around like the treadmill area. They'll walk on a treadmill for like 30 minutes to an hour, and that's their workout. While, in the meanwhile, like over in the corner where all the really good equipment is, the dumbbells, the cable machines, the stability balls, the open space, is crickets, or it's, there's a large grunting phenomenon, and it can be really intimidating. And so the environment itself, we wanted to take the environment of the gym out and make it a lot more comfortable. But also, on the other hand, it's like a lot of people feel discomfort in gym settings because they don't know what they're doing. And so, when you don't know what you're doing, it can create discomfort. And so what we also were bringing into that name was the idea that we educate people and create confidence in them, so that they can feel comfortable with going out into the world and doing whatever it is in their life that brings them joy in the world of movement.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just curious. Is there some such thing as like too late to be fit? Like maybe you are already like 200 pounds, or like you're already like 50s or 60s in your age. So like, is there something like that? Like it will not work. I have no clue.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I can't say like 100% it's never too late to start, and the vast majority of the time it's never ever too late to start. In fact, I don't know statistics right off the top of my head, but it's pretty incredible how quickly our bodies actually adapt. And if we actually take the time out to look at how miraculous the human body is, you would really see that like within weeks of changing a part of your lifestyle or your lifestyle in general, you can turn around the story that you're living into completely. And not just up here, literally on the cellular level in your body. It is never ever too late to start. It is never, in my accountability group that I was talking to today, one of the women was talking about how she hadn't gotten her tracking in for her calories, and she just was going to be like, oh well, screw it, like it's too late. And again, it follows the same idea. It's never too late. It's never too late to track your calories, even if they're calories tracked from 2 days ago. It's really good to keep your statistics. It's never too late to start a new regimen. It's never too late to exercise, even if the exercise is extremely slow and extremely gentle. Even slow, gentle movement. Say if you have hypermobility, or say a lot of chronic pain, or maybe you have a rod all the way up your spine. There's still something that you can do movement-wise that will not only get you closer to whatever your health goal is, it will bring you so much more joy and so much more, just like aliveness to your life.
Because I was looking at your site, and you have, it says there like it's something like almost customized. Like, it depends like what's the goal of the person. Like, I remember one time I organized a women's event, and we went to this place called, I don't remember the name now, but it's they do pole dancing, and then a lot of people sign up.
like S-Curve or Flirty Girl Fitness.
Yeah,
one of those two. Yeah,
Fitness, and I was thinking, like, oh my god,
I've been to both.
because imagine if that's your interest, it will take a lot of energy to be climbing up and then going down.
For sure, and not only that, but bruise the hell out of your body.
Okay.
Man, that was my experience. It's so much fun though. It's so much fun, and it's a really great climbing workout.
Oh, really?
If
so
you
it raises your
it strengthens upper body big time. Pole dancing's really cool and super fun to do with girlfriends.
Okay. So, I know that you are, saying that a while ago when we were talking, you have also some ideas, like, what kind of food that you should be able to take in your body.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we can see, like, how skinny you are, but, for those people who are, like, trying to get into fitness and then, like, they're a little, conscious because, like, a lot of people are really skinny when they go to the gym and then, what happened is that they are thinking, like, oh my God, do I have to really give up my coffee? Do I have to really give up my cakes? Do I have to give up ice cream or like cheese and milk? Like, people are addicted to that.
Yeah. Well, I would say you don't have to give up anything. You probably want to, especially if it's not making you feel good. For example, I had a staff meeting yesterday, and I feed my staff during our staff meetings, or we go somewhere, because I don't go to meetings if there's not food or coffee at the meeting, because it's just who I am. Anyway, and I love falafel and I love hummus, and I got the Mediterranean food yesterday, and I can't eat falafel or hummus because the amount of pain it gives my gastrointestinal system isn't worth it. And so if you're experiencing something like gas pain on a regular basis from a certain food, or hives, or cystic acne, heartburn is another kind of telltale sign of something you shouldn't be eating. Now, that doesn't mean forever either. It doesn't. You want to always try to reintroduce foods to your system because you want your system to be mega strong and solid. And there are some foods that do need to be taken out, and your system needs to be revamped. So if you hear of programs like the Whole30 is a great program for that. The 10-day or 21-day sugar detox. There's a book about that. It's all about recalibrating and resetting your system, so then you can reintroduce the foods that were bothering you. So that is one way I would look at restricting certain foods.
Yeah.
Now, the other side of that are foods that are processed and foods that are just like your classical, like traditional, sugary, unhealthy foods which not many people actually understand.
Yeah, it's too much
information. It's a lot of information.
Like, when you go shopping, it takes time to be reading everything.
Yeah, and actually, you should check out my YouTube page. There is a video. I have almost 200 videos on our Comfy Fitness YouTube page. Check them out. And one of the videos, because I was a television and radio production major, so I've done a lot of videos. I love making videos. And one of the videos is called Ingredients to Avoid for Life. And if you check out that video on the Comfy Fitness YouTube page, it lists, when you read the labels on your food, they are the ingredients you want to just avoid. And I would bet money that you can find an equal or better product without the ingredients that I suggest avoiding. So it's not like really needing to cut out anything other than your own personal discomfort, right? And then just be good to your body and don't feed it synthetic food.
Yeah. So what you call it? For those people who are like starting to get to know about like reading stuff, like what are the main things that they should be actually looking into if you're there into losing weight?
Totally. Well, first thing you want to look at is the grams of sugar in the item that you're eating. I recommend no more than 8 grams of sugar, and ideally that sugar comes from a natural resource or a natural source. So how do you find that out? Go to the ingredients list. So and again, there are videos about ingredients lists on my YouTube page. You can totally check them out and utilize them. It's all free. And go to your ingredients list and look for words like hydrogenated soybean oil. Look for words that end with OSE, O-S-E, or all, O-L. Look for the words syrup. That means sugar as well. Trying to think of all of the other ones. Anything OSE or all, hydrogenated soybean oil. That's a good start. Grams of sugar under 8 grams. Syrup. Those are all sort of telltale signs that this is a high sugar item. Oh, modified. Yeah. Modified is another word. If you see modified flour, that just means processed flour. Refined. The words refined is also something to avoid. All that just means that it's been processed. The problem with processed foods is this. In order for your body to effectively use food as energy, it needs the nutrition that comes along naturally inside of our food. There are about 10,000 ingredients in an apple. And all of those ingredients work with each other to create, the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, to keep us healthy, energized, and, going. So when we take that apple and we break it down and we pulverize it into something else, and we put it into something else, we strip away a lot of that nutritional value. Without that nutritional value, the effectiveness of our food is gone. So then our body's like, what the hell are you feeding me? All right, well, I got to do something with this. So it sends it to the liver, because the liver is where we detoxify everything. It's also where the alcohol goes. And then that liver processes it and puts it onto our body as fat. Figures out how to use it. Where do I put this? And usually it's just unusable, especially if we're not mega active people.
Okay, so that's the next question.
Yeah.
What do you suggest for those people who lives in like a city like Chicago where there's winter, and then they don't want to exercise during winter time. They just want to hibernate.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and especially what I would recommend is get on your computer. I mean, we are in the age of the internet, and look for workout videos. That's what I do. If I don't want to go anywhere, I just work out on my living room floor with a workout video. Another really great thing to do is put on music and dance. There's nothing more enlivening than just throwing on your favorite jams and dancing around. Set a timer for 30 minutes and get down with your bad self. So, that's a really great option. I still commute by bike and by foot in the wintertime. Also, when you're out in the cold, the thermoregulation of your body is much more difficult. So your body actually has to burn more calories just to keep you thermoregulated, just to keep you warm. So, if you're a badass, go out in the winter, go out into the cold, and take a walk, take a bike ride. Just be safe if the conditions are slick or snowy. That's what I would recommend. Or if you have a gym membership, just find a class, find an accountability buddy, find somebody who's as committed as you are to keeping your machine healthy and fit, so that you can be mobile for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I understand that you have a lot of friends also who are working out in your gym, and so obviously you know them personally, and so you have emotional attachment to them. So how do you keep that relationship wherein you have to be the trainer, and then you have to push them, and I have read your Yelp, and I cannot believe that there's five scores of 5, and I was thinking wow, seldom does it happen anymore. People are providing 5. The people in Yelp are tough. They will screw you.
Yeah.
They will put you down.
Over 30 5-star reviews. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, we crush it on Yelp. It's awesome. We've been in business for a long time, and that's why. But really, it's the relatedness that I have with my clients that allow me to be the total bitch that I am during our sessions. It's really funny because there'll be people that ask me do you yell at your clients? And I run a business called Comfy Fitness. I'm not yelling at my clients, but I do patronize them. I have one client, she'll be like, oh, this kind of hurts my wrist. And, just playing around, obviously. I'm just well, looks like you have to toughen up. So it's just, I have a lot of fun with them. I definitely push them. And I'm also the kind of trainer that lays off. If you need a moment, I back off because I don't really submit to the idea that it needs to be awful. It should be tough. Even some of the really slow mind, body, meditative stuff is tough, right? It should be tough. But if you want to kill yourself during your workout, and not in that good, that was tough and I hated every part of it and I loved it, but in a very serious, I never want to do this again kind of a way, then you're doing the wrong workout. Just don't do it to yourself, man. Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, obviously, like, as you have, actually made with your program, it has to be something which is catered to the person.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot just push them. Like,
Right.
I've read that you like to, push up like 100 times, like in 5 minutes, and then like, if your people cannot follow that, they will be frustrated.
Right. Yeah, that was on my bio. What is it? My special power? I can do 100 push-ups in under 5 minutes. Still true.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Push-ups, one of my favorites. Yeah, so, and I don't work out with my clients. I watch them work out, and I coach them through the workout, so I can watch every single move in their body. My specific clientele, not all of the Comfy Fitness clientele, but my specific clientele is older populations.
Oh, really?
So I really love working with people, seniors, people in their 60s and 70s.
Oh, really? So do you dance with them?
What's that?
Do you dance with
They
them?
want to dance, I'll dance. I'm certified in standing Pilates, and so
Standing Pilates, I never realized there's something like
nobody's heard of it.
Yeah, I only know that people are lying down. Like I never heard
Standing Pilates, because there are a lot of people in older populations that if you lay them on the floor, they're not going to get up.
So you have to lift them up.
Yeah, well, it's either lift them up or you just find a modality of exercise that doesn't require them to get down on the floor.
Okay.
Like standing Pilates or seated Pilates.
Yeah.
So right now I'm getting my certification in clinical somatics, which is another very slow, gentle modality of pain relief and recalibrating the nervous system. Re-educating your body at the level of the nervous system so that certain functionalities that have been programmed into your system because of trauma or habit start to become unprogrammed and you relearn how to. So that's really my personal focus, but at Comfy Fitness in general, there is a very, very broad focus of like what we work on and who we work with, because we've all been given these machines, and each and every one of us are completely individual, and so it's so important to really create programming and workouts for each person so that their body is totally in mind around it. Now, certainly, like we have team training at Comfy Fitness where we have anywhere from 3 to 5 different people working out together, and they all have different body types. How we answer to that is just creating modified versions of all of the exercises and making sure that we pay attention to the clients who can't maybe lay on their back, or the clients who can't maybe do hinging at the hip exercises. But we're really good at always dancing around that, dancing in the conversation, if you will.
Because I was thinking about that because you said seniors. Oh my God! So I'm sure they have a lot of eggs already, and so you have to be a little gentle somehow, and then probably if you raise your voice, they will feel oh my God, the instructor is shouting.
Right. Yeah. Well, what's really actually my experience of my older populations are that they are
matured ladies.
They're matured ladies. They're funnier than me.
Oh, really?
They're louder than me. They're cooler than me. And I mean, gosh, I have this one client. Well, she's no longer a client. We haven't been in a client-trainer relationship for 2 years, but she was my client for 3 years. And she's 77 years old, and I would consider her one of my closest friends. We still meet up and go and get coffee just because she's that wicked cool. I want to hang out with her, So yeah, I mean, my older clients are. It's so fun spending time with people who have a completely different life story, different time, different everything. It's just such an opportunity to share and grow and learn so much. It's fun.
Yeah. So where do you think your Comfy Fitness will be in 5 or probably less than 5 years from now?
Yeah. Within a year, I see us having either a new location or a second location. That's really up in the air because there's political stuff going on with, my building and selling and that sort of thing. So there's a lot in the air around there, around that. However, I will be obtaining either a second location or a larger first location. I foresee Comfy Fitness taking on and delivering group fitness, which is my very favorite. Right now we do team training. We cap at 5. And it's personalized, and it's the same team that you work out with every week, same time, same day. With group fitness, that which most people are more familiar with, how Orange Theory does it, CrossFit does it. It's like drop in, but you pay a membership fee. That's the level we're going to get to this year, having enough space for that.
Yeah, because like I think, you know, some people are more motivated when they see somebody else who's working
totally.
Well, just doing it by themselves.
Group fitness is the funnest. I taught group fitness downtown for 10 years, corporate group fitness for 10 years, and one of the reasons I'm dying to get into a space that's big enough for group fitness is because I love teaching group fitness, and it's just so energizing, and it's so much fun, and it's really economical, which I really enjoy as well, because like then people actually can commit for a long period of time to their workout regimen. You know, instead of, you know, when you're doing personal training, a lot of times it's like, I'm here for the 3 months to get what I need to get so that I can go to a group fitness class and do it well. You know, or I can do it without pain, or I can, you know, so that's frequently what we see as personal trainers. And in the group fitness world, which is what I see us really developing within the next year, we can expand on the kind of memberships and expand on the kind of demographic that we're pulling in. Another thing that we're working on right now, and we're about to launch starting in June, is the Comfy Lifestyle.
Okay.
And the Comfy Lifestyle is a 12-week program, a 3-month program, that guarantees that participants will exit it having created a new healthy habit for themselves. And a habit like a habit.
All right.
Not like a thing that they like have to constantly be reminding themselves about or beating themselves up about not doing, right? like a habit. So we just I just finished the beta on that. It was 14 weeks, not 12. I'm gonna condense it, put the modules together, but one of the ladies now always checks sugar content. One of my participants is reading labels now, and also is like always looking for protein in her meal, because she noticed that she just doesn't eat enough protein at all. One of my participants is starting to schedule herself weekly. You know, just create a schedule every week. So it's all kinds of
it's like a ritual. You know, like it's something that you follow every day.
Totally.
And it's consistently. Because if you follow it every day, it becomes a habit.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a pretty intensive program, and it's, you know, it usually takes participants about 3 to 5 hours a week of like the work and the journaling and the keeping of the statistics and the reporting of the statistics. But a lot of people are finding, a lot of my participants that did this beta run with me are finding that like we really complicate being healthy. And it's easy to complicate because we have so many options now. You know, when we have, you'll probably notice this, like when you have all of the options in the world for like what you want to have for dinner, it's like so hard to choose what to have for dinner.
It's just like, you know, when you choose a coffee in the grocery, there are tons of them, like you don't even know which one to make.
I know, I could stand in front of the coffee aisle for like 5 minutes, just like, I don't know. You know, and so that's a big part of why it gets overcomplicated. Another thing that people complicate a lot is the fitness aspect of it. Honestly, you guys, just get up and move. Like I can't emphasize enough that like the complicating of fitness and healthy living, it's a ploy, and I'm sure of it. It is a way that we like resist it, just like anything else in life, right? It's like, oh, I'm so confused, it's so complicated, I'm shutting down.
It's a story.
It's a story. Exactly. And so if you just take it to the dumbest level, right? Eat whole, non-processed foods and move.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So I'm just curious because, like, obviously, like you have your own fitness company, and how about those people that say they don't live in Chicago and then like they don't have access to you, like they live in another state or another country? So what are your, you know, tips for those people who want to find out where would they actually, which company will they select? Because like there are too many, like, you know.
Yeah, it depends on what your goals are, really. So there are so many really, there are so many really amazing fitness venues right now. So depending on what your goals are, you can find a fitness venue anywhere. Again, I would highly recommend just going online, especially like, I'm always thinking about money. So in the world of economically speaking, like if you need something cheap, go online, right? Yeah. And you can find Comfy Fitness online, YouTube. I did an exercise of the day for like 6 straight months, so there's tons of exercises on there. But if you're looking to lose fat, you want to find a place that really focuses a lot more maybe on cardio. If you want to get stronger, you want to find a facility or a place that focuses far more on like weightlifting or calisthenics. It just really depends on what you're looking for. If you want access to me, that's very easy as well. I'm very accessible. In fact, my phone number's on Facebook.
It's interesting because like I saw that in one of those advertisements that there's a gym wherein people are doing yoga, and then there's a goat coming in at the back of the people while they're doing the yoga, and some people are like drinking wine while they're So everybody has their own strategy.
Yeah,
to make interesting for people.
To make it a lot more fun and to make it more of a community event. Like people really yearn for community, and so like fitness is a big place to get your community. So it's like if you're lonely, go and find a studio, find a gym. It's a great place to meet people. There's so much available. But to get in contact with me, I'm really easy to find. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me at comfyfitness.com. If you're interested in something like the Comfy Lifestyle, the whole program is virtual. So the fitness in it is virtual. The mind-body sessions are all virtual, and all of the calls are either video or just a conference line.
So can you spell your name? Because maybe people don't understand how do they spell your name.
Yeah, sure. Well, right now I have 2 different names. So the first name that you might want to search on is Kira Elliot. It's Kira Elliott. I'm newly married, and so I'm kind of transitioning everything over to my new last name, which is McCown, and that's Macoun. But really, most everything's under Elliot because, I've had however many years now, 20 years of being an adult under that name. So,
yeah. Okay, all right. So, before we end this, maybe you can tell us like how do you spend your quality time, like your personal time? How do you spend it?
What personal time? I'm kidding.
What makes you joy?
How do I spend my personal time? I spend my personal time with my friends a lot. I love hanging out with my friends. I love hanging out with my husband. I love reading. I've been doing a lot of reading lately. Like I'm catching myself. I just got out of a really busy period of my life, and I've been consuming books like crazy, and I haven't been reading that ravenously in a really long time. So that feels really, really good. I really love practicing the somatics that I'm getting certified in this year. It feels amazing. I love seeing theater. I'm going to a show this Friday night at Court. I think it's called Court Theater. It's in Hyde Park. So that's really exciting. Yeah, I this is kind of funny, and this is not really free time, but I love going to networking events.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of lucky because I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That all started, though, because there was a spell of my life where I was so dead broke that I would just find events that were serving food and drink so that I could go for free and eat for free. But it really, what that did for me, it really made me an incredible networker.
Yeah.
And so now I have all of these different networks and all these different events that I go to all the time as well. So I'm just a busybody. I'm up and about. I'm always loving to experience events. I look for events on Facebook all the time. I just love being out.
Okay, all right. So any last words for those people, for the women, because I know that you're, of course, your training is not just body, it also it includes the mind.
It does. Yeah. I guess just creating from absolutely nothing here. My parting words, I guess, today would just be really take on that your body is a total miracle. It adapts with every single thing that you do. So no matter what you're doing, you are telling your body how to react. So when you alter one little thing in your life in regards to your body, it causes a chain reaction. So really take on that our adaptable bodies are here for us, and we should appreciate them and treat them that way.
Awesome. All right, so thank you so much. And then, we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
Thank you.